So next one I would like to talk about is the integration with Apify. So Apify is something that very powerful. If you are doing the web scraping, you should know about that. So in Agentic Flow, actually if you go into Agentic Flow and you search for web scraping. Actually we have a lot of web scraping. So by default, out of the box, Agentic Flow is also having the web scraping. So it costs you credit of Agentic Flow to use. It doesn't cost extra. But for this web scraping, it will be limited into some kinds of like normal website. Maybe it can crawl like 95% of the website. But for some of the website that's really hard to crawl, you have to using other services. So some of other services that mean it can be Apify, it can be Ficrawl or OpenAI web search and similar like that. So I'm going to talk about Apify. So Apify is apify.com. So they are kinds of like specialized platform for web scraping. So you can go into their solution and they are quite huge. And if you register an account, which is you go into a console and you will see that they have all of the store, which all of the actors that people already built it for you. It can be lead contact enrichment, TikTok scrapper, Instagram scrapper, Google Map, and so on. And they make it available so that you just pay and you use that. And what interesting now is that they have MCP. So you go into mcp.apify.com and you will see this instruction, how you set up an MCP server. So I will drop this one into our group and we will see that. Okay, this one. And I will go one by one and I will show you how I will create an MCP server into Agentic Flow from Apify. Okay, so you scroll down in here and then you will see that there is some of the action. Example, but I will suggest that you are going to using SSE. I test on their like streamable HTTP, but it doesn't work well. So I suggest that you start with this one. So how can you start? First one, you go into agenticflow.ai. You go into connection. In here, you see there's MCP client connection. You click here. I connect 35 of them. I will create one more. I will click MCP Apify community demo. And I use SSE, which is normal. And for the URL, I need to go back to their tutorial. I need to copy this URL. Copy. And go here and paste. I need to add a header. And they will say me that, okay, this is a header I need to add. Copy this authorization. Paste here. And the value, I need to copy this entire value. Oops. Copy. Paste. Alright. So now I need to get my Apify token. So I need to go into my console. And I think I need to go into my setting and there will be some like API integration. Okay. I need to create a new key here. I already create one. So I click on this one to copy that key. I go back to Agentic Flow. I will paste here. And I connect. Alright. So this key, Apify already having here. So what I need to do is I go back to my agent and I will create new agent. As API 5 MCP community. Create the agent. And I will add this MCP in. So this is loaded. If you see it in here, this is already have all of the tool that this MCP server have. It can like add an actor and so on. Let me just add this one. And I click save. So I tell it, for example, I'm going back to Apify. I saw that there is some of the good one. Oh, they even have like browser use. This is cool. So this means it's mimic the browser behavior for you to this one. Yeah, exactly. They are like, they are quite pioneer on this one. And this is very helpful, at least from my point of view. So, for example, like, I'm going to doing kinds of like, Google News. They are quite big actually. So they have Google News scraper. And, just waiting for people that are doing this. SBA website. What does SBA mean? Let's start off. May I understand? Yeah. I want to use this. Single page app, right? I'm not sure actually. So because actually they are doing MCP server, so they are exposing. So all you need is you make your web app as a MCP client. So for example, like if you go into multiple context protocol, and this is the example client in here. So you can make yourself as a client. So as long as you are compatible to them, like Agentic Flow, we are number 3 because we are starting with an A, right? And we are supporting all of these one. So it means we can use their MCP server and we can access to everything from them out of the box without having to go into too much headache on this one. So we can focus on building a workflow and agent, and we let them do that work, and they will make sure bug free because they maintain it, not like PyStream. Because PyStream, they also having API5, but if you notice that API5 from PyStream is quite limited. If you go into, I say, Agentic Flow AIs at MCP. So this is out of the box when we launch in April. We also have API5. And if you click in here, this is the integration by PyStream. They have only 5 actions. Only 5. And they have bug as well. Previously, we now have like very good time to run MCP with API5 due to PyStream. But because right now, API5 have their official MCP server, so this is super powerful. Like, okay, help me to fetch the news of today about Agentic AI via Google News. Yeah, so just like that. Yeah, true. So they have quite strong community, I would say. So they are going to having this spot. Oh, I think they are not correct. They are using kind of like Rack web browser. But anyway, so that is how you connect API5 and also using all of their actor. You can click on here. Maybe there's some prompting technique that necessary to be done, but I just would like to introduce to everyone that this is available and this is very easy. You can just plug that in and equip to your agent in Agentic Flow. And it's not only agent, because in workflow we also having the ability to code an MCP. So for example, this one, instead of using Google Sheet, let's choosing API5. You can say here, and then you can remove actor, get actor, and doing like actor run. Yeah, get actor run, and then you to do the run ID and so on. So just be creative with this one, and then you can facilitate with API5. All right. So that's it.